June 3rd, 2022. At the moment I'm in Venice Beach. Just came from the doctors, both sets, both the oncologist and the ear, nose, and throat people. And I got into town the day before yesterday, night before last actually, and for a blood draw yesterday and another one today. And the good news is I'm still cancer-free, and it's been 14 months. And the oncologist, I guess, he's moving on for his job. Scheduled the next PET scan for October, which gives me a longer leash to go run around the country. And he, as we were parting, he shared with me some really cool things. He said that he learned a lot from my case, and I was like, why? What do you mean? And he said, well, you're the most successful patient with this specific Keytruda treatment. You've essentially been healed up to this point by it, like no other patient so far that he's been made aware of. And that when I went to the ENT doctor, she said the same thing. So, but he also said a big part of it, a big part of what he learned from my case was how attitude makes a difference. Because he said most people, when they get the diagnosis, they kind of get overwhelmed by it, and it can impact their ability to. You can see the effect in their recovery if they do. And he said it's something about the way that you approached it was you didn't let the cancer change your the direction of your life, and you're very clear about how you wanted to go, and the cancer wasn't going to get in the way. It's really funny to me to see somebody, another person's perspective, let alone the perspective of the attending doctor, because I'm just in it. I'm too close to it to really get the full perspective on it, so it's good to get somebody else's take. So I'm alive still, in case you're wondering. I'll probably be alive for a while, barring the unforeseen. And that unforeseen, boy, it can bite you in the butt, literally. Case in point. So the healing's going pretty well with the the injury from Christmas Eve, and I'm about to head back down to Torrey to do a little bit more flying, and then next week I'll be back in LA for the Grateful Dead at Dodger Stadium on Saturday the 11th. My friend Mary Margaret got tickets for the infield, so never having been to Dodger Stadium, it should be pretty interesting. Then there are a couple of videos that I posted, 3 of them. Basically, they started out as a test of my GoPro to see if I could see if I could stream, because I'd like to see if I could stream while I'm flying down in Torrey. But they kind of went into the direction of kind of a download of or status report on everything that's been happening with regards to the Earth's subtle energy field. And so without getting too deep into that in this video, I want to keep this as brief as I can. There is a concept that's come to me called earth tuning. And so those series of videos is referenced as Earth Tuning Explained. And it's a way of contextualizing what I've been experiencing the past since 2019 by going to all these nodes at the equinoxes and solstices and the effects that I see that this is having on me, but more importantly, the effect that the expansion of the subtle energy grid of the planet, field of the planet, what I see is happening to populations. And the short story of that is an increase in empathy and people's reactions to that, an increase in intensity, energetic intensity, and people's reactions to that. And this has been going, if you go back, 15 years or so, we've slowly been moving into that. And it's only going to become, there's no off switch to this, it's only going to become more. So after the Grateful Dead, I'm headed back up to Big Sur for the solstice to do another measurement, because what I've noticed after the equinox, I measured the lines, and the Emperor Dragons were between 3.5 to 4 miles wide, both of them. The one that starts in Monterey and the one that starts in Jade Cove. And they go across the country to Virginia, and they're 50 miles apart, and they have been expanding at a rate where in 2019, December of 2019, they were 50 paces wide, and now they're 3.5 to 4 miles wide. But I've noticed, I've measured them twice since the equinox, and they stopped expanding. So I'm going to go back just before the solstice and see if they start expanding again, which will open up a whole nother can of worms in terms of trying to figure out why are they, what is it about the equinoxes and solstices that are making them expand. So stay tuned for that. That's about all I have for now. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. So there's another video that my friend Brett Wood just posted that is of I did a live stream about a week and a half ago. Actually, I think it was last weekend. Yeah, and I think it might have been. Was it on? It might actually have been on this platform. And we ended up talking for 3 hours, and a lot about me giving him the download about this, we haven't seen one another in a couple of years. We used to set up on the boardwalk together. He's an artist, I'm an artist. He's based up in Oregon. And, but every once in a while we catch up, and we caught up, but I gave him the whole download, beginning to end, about the whole subtle energy field story and what's been happening with that. And he just posted that 3 hour conversation on his Brett's with Friends or something. I'll post post a link on here in the comments to the YouTube channel. But I'm actually in the process of trying to. I did a 1 hour explanation of this earth tuning concept and the whole subtle energy field and what's happening with it, and what I project as where we're going with it, giving a background in history and everything. both my personal history, but also the planet's history. And, we can kind of see where it's going for the next 10,000 years. And the future is bright. I've been trying to upload it for 3 days now, and have been moving around so much that I need to be in one place where there's enough bandwidth to do that, which I will be for the next 24 hours. So I'll be around at least probably tomorrow, and then heading out. I kind of overdid it at the hot springs the other day, and I'm kind of dehydrated, and I need to build up my stamina. It showed up in the blood work, and he was a little concerned, and I was like, well, let me fill you into what happened. I kind of overdid I started to cramp, and usually that's tells you that your electrolytes are out of balance, and I didn't leave when I should have. I stayed another hour or so, and I really paid for it. And unfortunately, it was the night before I had to do the blood draw, so I knew it was going to show up in there. And I definitely still feel dehydration and everything. And I'm usually pretty good at keeping things in balance, but I screwed up that time. But anyway, this is what's up. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for paying attention. If anybody has any questions about the subtle energy field and what's happening with it, you're more than welcome to contact me directly. Also, if anybody knows of any interview opportunities with regards to that, I'm totally open to it. And I keep forgetting to tell you what's happening. In the past week, I have released 4 new pieces of music on all the streaming services, and it'll be propagating over the next week or so as well. I know that at least 3 of them are up on YouTube Music. Should be on Spotify. 2 of them are up on Spotify. It should be on Apple Music and Tidal and all that. Every streaming service you can think of. And this is 3 of the 4 have been launched under the artist name David America. And so this is kind of like my first pay dirt in terms of moving forward with this concept of brand as art experiment. And electric bike. Looks like homemade. Speaking of homemade bikes and electric bikes, my friend Travis Cocoon Shivers, who's on this platform, he is riding his homemade electric bike through Big Sur right now. We spent last weekend kicking it in Monterey together, right on the edge of the line, inside the line, the Emperor Dragon there, and had a great time catching up. Haven't seen him in a couple of years, and so he had 2 vagabonds sharing war stories, so to speak. It was wonderful. So Travis is going to help out with the kitchen at the Rainbow Gathering this year too. So chai and popcorn and storytelling 24/7 is our focus, as well as salad at the main circle and a brunch circle. And if anybody's interested in that and hearing about this, there is also, I will repost this in the comments. I'll repost the wish list for the kitchen. The idea is if everybody or a percentage of folks brings like a 5-gallon bucket of popcorn, a 5-gallon bucket of kimchi, a 5-gallon bucket of kraut, or a 5-gallon bucket of mixed nuts, that would be really cool, or granola or muesli, or any of the fixins for this chocolate recipe that I'm about to give you, then if we have leftovers, we can kick them down to the local food banks. but gonna try. I mean, it depends if people bring the ingredients. It's too much for one person's pocketbook, especially mine, because I'll be lucky if I'll be able to. My focus is to bring a big wok and a chai pot, but the chocolate recipe goes like this: cacao powder, almond butter, coconut oil, and the sweetener can be honey, maple syrup, or agave. And I also recommend sunflower seeds as well. And this is Zuzus. Zuzus. So I'm going to try to have a chocolate circle at the gathering, and instead of oming at the beginning of the circle, we do yum. So it's like yummy, 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 and it goes on because it feels good. So also, if you want to bring popcorn, this will be a popcorn kitchen that doesn't have any friggin' sugar, straight up, right? I feel like sugar on popcorn or chicken is like sacrilege. I will not have it. I will be a popcorn Nazi. So I have this recipe for what I call pop carnage, and so I'm just going to lay that out right now. And it took me years to develop this. The main ingredient is in the special sauce is here we go. The main ingredient in the special sauce is cream cheese and butter. So you fork that together, you melt that together. You need the butter to melt the cream cheese. So when you get that, when that's ready to when the cream cheese is fully melted, then you're ready to pour it onto the popcorn. But before you do that, you're going to want a nutritional yeast. So if anybody wants to bring nutritional yeast, that is crucial for the pop carnage. Bragg's, what is that? Parmesan or Romano cheese, Louisiana hot sauce. I'm going to bring the Louisiana hot sauce because most people just don't know. Durkee's is the best because it actually has garlic in it. So, and lemon juice. So you fork all that together, and ideally, like if the full recipe, you're like your deluxe version, the deluxe version of pop carnage is when you take, that powder that goes into mac and cheese, right? You sprinkle that mac and cheese powder on top of it, and then fork that all together with the nutritional yeast. I mean, you're talking. Doesn't get any better. If you're a popcorn lover, this is like the richest stuff. That's pop carnage. So any of those ingredients you want to bring to the gathering in Colorado this summer, look for the Natural High Kitchen, and we're gonna hook this stuff up. All right. So that's all the news is fit to print for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for giving a hoot, and thanks for your support. You're always welcome to donate resources. They will get used and appreciated to the max. So there's that. I've got a GoFundMe for myself. You can, send me directly. I take, Venmo and Cash App and PayPal and all that kind of stuff. So if you want it, you can earmark it for me personally, or you can earmark it for the kitchen, the Natural High Kitchen, or for the gathering, or whatever, or for Pop Carnage, or for Zuzus. Also, you can make the chocolate recipe at home and bring it to the gathering. I will tell you that that what I do, the reason I developed that chocolate recipe is I eat a forkful of that with a bite of banana, and I'll eat 1 to 2 bananas like that, and that's what I did through my paraglider training. So we'd start training at like 10 in the morning until sunset, and I would go all day, fully all physical and everything, and never get hungry, and have all the energy that I needed to do what I had to do out there, running up and down that field and off it, hopefully. It turns out that almond butter is, so if anybody wants to bring almond butter to the gathering, that would be really helpful too. Almond butter is one of the highest sources of calcium that's non-dairy. Good to know. It's also, I think it's actually alkaline, so it's alkalizing. So there's that. All right, that's it. That's all you get. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for all your love and support. Thanks for paying attention. And remember, we love you.